Hello friends, this is Vishakha Daga coming up with next round of News Simplified. Now it is said, Padhega India tabhi to badhega India. That means only when each student of our country get educated are we going to see the real shape of development in the country, and for which the government of India takes several steps to educate each student. That include the participation of the global institutions like World Bank. And in this series, we're going to discuss one of that series, that is STARS project, in which World Bank is helping India. So we will study this project along with its very famous component, that is Parak component. So we will see what is the scheme and how this component is helping provide the inclusive education to the country. Let's move ahead and first of all understand what STAR project is. STAR project full form is strengthening teaching, learning and result for the state program. In short, it is trying to improve the quality of education in India. So it is focusing on the quality of education by improving the quality of governance. So like education is what is being imparted to a student, and it is imparted by a teacher. So if a teacher is imparting student, so it is actually in a particular school only. So we are trying to improve the quality of the governance and teacher which are providing education to a student. So here it is focusing on two components. Also keep in mind, the scheme is being implemented by Ministry of Education, that is Department of Education. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. That means mainly it is funded by the central government with a small part of state share. It is here the World Bank is important. When the central government is providing the major part of funding, then here it is the World Bank which has actually provided the loan or assistance to the central government. So World Bank has provided at least $500 million of assistance to the central government, using which money the central government is implementing this project. And that's why STARS project is important, because the World Bank is helping in this scheme. Now let's move ahead and understand, the scheme is not implemented in all the part of the India. Instead, it is being implemented in some states. So here we're talking about that those states in here. First of all, there is only one southern state, that is Kerala. Then Odisha is there in the eastern part, after which MP and Maharashtra are to be taken into consideration. So here four states we have talked about. Then Rajasthan here, and then there is Himachal Pradesh. So these are actually 6 states in which it is being implemented. So diagrammatically you can represent in your exam. Also, this scheme attempt to benefit nearly 250 million students, that include of age 6 to 17. That means elementary to higher school we are actually targeting in here, which will target 1.5 million school and nearly 10 million teachers. So how it is doing that? Its mechanism need to be understood. This scheme is being implemented at 3 levels. First of all, state, which is taking care of the entire governance. Second is district, which is taking care of different kind of schools at district level, and then sub-district level. That means at the local level, it's the prime target. Keep in mind, this scheme targets the local level the most. So at state level governance, at district level sub-governance, but at local level, the prime target is being made at the local, the sub-district level. Okay, keep in mind, why am I saying that the local level is most important? Because here, customized education is being targeted. That means if you're teaching a Khasi tribal student, or you're teaching a Delhi student, the kind of education that is being provided to both are different. Here, mother tongue should be focused, customary education should also be part of it, and it has to be more sustainable education. Whereas if you're providing education to a Delhi student, maybe the mother tongue may not be a prime factor, but other kinds of initiative can be there. So an education has to be customized according to need of the student, right? So this is the prime concern is here, that it has to be customized according to need of the area. Like education to be provided in Kerala is different from it is to be provided in the Assamese part. So this is being taken care of. Second thing, it uses a stakeholder approach. That means it focuses everyone who is the stakeholder in education. That include student. So for student, customized education is there. First of all, customized education. Second, foundational learning is prime concern. As we said, the major part of human brain begin in the initial stage. The capability to grab numericals, the capability of the problem solving attitude develop at the foundation stage only. So at this foundation stage, that has become prime concern. So this is focusing on prime concern. Other stakeholder is your parent. So it is trying to include the parent in the curriculum, and they are being provided data based on which they can actually assess the quality of education that is being given in the school. So parents are being provided data. So here data-based assessment is there, which is actually keeping the governance of the school accountable. So here one more stakeholder, that is governance of school, its accountability is increased because of the data-based assessment. So accountability is high in here. Along with that, the most important stakeholder is teacher. Teacher plays the most important role. Any student has as strong foundation as teacher is implemented, as actually engaged in this entire scheme. So better the teaching quality of the teacher, the better is the student learning quality, and that's why teacher training is actually greater part of it. In short, the capability building of the teacher is keep in here in mind that they need to be equipped with the modern equipments. So equipping them is very important, like use of computer or any other kind of modern technology, they need to be provided. So these kind of facilities, pedagogic facilities, need to be provided with teacher so that they can engage in effective learning, effective engagement based learning. So this is another component of the scheme. Now, once you're like understood that what is the scheme, who is implementing it, what is the funding pattern, and how it's to be implemented, the most important part is coming to its major component, which are actually standing apart. First of all, the first component is contingency, emergency response component. This is a very new scenario in terms of it takes care of school which are facing disaster. So if a school have faced disaster and there has been a loss of learning, so disaster happened, because which cause the loss of learning of the student. So loss of learning of the student is there. Now in such a case, the scheme will come into action, because at that time infrastructure may not be there, education facilities cannot be provided, teacher may not come, so this loss of learning had to be compensated. So what the scheme does is it actually immediate rapid identification or recognition. So rapid recognition, then categorization, rapid recognition, and then categorization. After that, financing of the scheme is being taken care of. Recognition, categorization, and financing. So here, keep in mind, rapid recognition, categorization, and financing are being taken care of in order to implement the scheme. Okay, so this is a very important component. Next important component is Parakh, which I talked in the initial beginning of the video. That is Parakh is performance assessment, review and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. The meaning of Parakh is actually assessing in English. Parakh means assessment in English. So what it is a kind of autonomous institution set up under Ministry of Education. So it will provide a national assessment center, which will help assess the quality of education that is being provided to the student. So it is helping assessing the quality of education. And how does it do it? Assessment center are set, they will set the norms for the school. So they will set norm for the school based on which the performance of school board will be assessed, right now. So they will take a key how student are like performing in mathematics, how they are performing in the extra curriculum, how they're performing in other kind of activities. So some kind of standards will be there based on which the performance of school will be measured. So it will be setting norms, and then keeping in mind measuring the strength of the board, school board, that how they're performing based on those indicators. Now, this is so important that National Education Policy had made it an integral part. Assessment or Parakh is an integral part of the National Education 2020. So what it is an autonomous institution which will set the standard, and based on that standard, it will measure the quality of education provided by the school board. So this was understanding Parakh, and with this we are done with the STAR project and its major component. Now, if you like the video, then you need to like and subscribe it. If not, then you put your doubts in the comment section. Thank you so much.
Current Affairs by Forum IAS is an all-in-one program that covers the dynamic aspect of the syllabus from both prelims and mains perspective. Last year, we have helped more than 100 students crack IAS with our current affairs classes.